within 1 year, he made $401 million in 1 year. And the company that he built using AI is projected to be literally $1.8 billion, right? So the proof is real, and if he was able to do it, other people can do it too, right? So here is the 4-stage breakdown of this stuff. Number 1 is reporting, execution, autonomous, agentic AI, and self-directed. I'm going to go over all these stages and how I'm implementing it too right now, so you guys can kind of see live. If you guys have seen my other videos, you can see what I'm building and how I'm applying this stuff and all that stuff. You guys know I have an agent where I'm training him and stuff like that too. So anyways, I'm going to go over this stuff, right? So the first thing is stage 0, which is people don't even use it, first of all. And then there's stage 0.5. And stage 0.5 is like, imagine you have a smartphone and you're only using the calculator inside the smartphone. That's actually where most people are at. They're using AI to literally just search stuff and like literally do the most simple stuff, when in reality, the capabilities it has is so much more, right? And then we go into stage 1. And stage 1 of AI is pretty much where it does reporting, right? It reports stuff to you. You could automate stuff. Like, for example, I created an AI. His name is Atlas, right? He's an AI agent. And what he does is every morning he reports to me, right? I created a Zapier automation workflow where Atlas pretty much reports to me like what I need to work on, patterns and stuff I need to know in terms of like my life, business, stuff like that, right? And that's pretty much just stage 1, which is simple automation. Like, that's super basic stuff, right? And then stage 2 is actually when you have compute usage, right? When the AI is actually using the computer, and it can do stuff by itself, but you have to trigger it. You have to manually trigger the stuff. A perfect example I could give you is like tonight, I wrote down a task for Atlas to do earlier in a doc. And what's going to happen is it's going to go inside Zapier and it's pretty much going to run through the code that I gave it, and it's going to execute that. And by the time I wake up, it's going to report me all the stuff, and it's going to execute the stuff that I told it to do, right? Like, for example, I told it to find a strategy, find an angle for the business, do some research, just a bunch of stuff. And it's just going to do it as I go to sleep. And it has a timer. It's all from using Zapier, and I have a code with it. I coded it, right? So that's a mixture of stage 1 and stage 2. Then we go into stage 3, right? And stage 3 is where you give it a list of stuff and it can execute the task in the browser itself, right? And this is with like no human trigger needed, right? So this is stage 3. And at that point, when you give it stuff, it's just gonna go in your browser and it can move around in the computer and it can execute that stuff. I'm pretty much between stage 2 and stage 3 right now, because literally, if you guys watched the episode that I had like a day ago or two, I had this bug because I was pretty much buying a server in Dallas, and what the server allows my AI agents to do is it allows it to pretty much execute tasks in a separate browser, right? Not like my actual computer, but like in a separate browser that's in a cloud. So when I give it a certain task, like, hey, check my calendar, check the time, book this, do that, it's just gonna do it, even if my computer's off, because it's just in a server and it's in a browser and it's doing its stuff, right? And then there's stage 4, which is what I believe these guys were at, or they were probably in stage 5 too, which is it doesn't need my task list. And it pretty much just looks at my goals and it just simply executes, which is super OP, because if it knows your goals and it just does it on autopilot, think about the leverage. At that point, you just need to have a vision and an outcome that you want, and the AI goes and just does it for you, right? And then there was stage 5, which I didn't write down, which is what these guys were doing, which is like, and this does exist, right? Which is like the AI, like trains other AI agents to do certain stuff. Like there's like an agent for content, there's a financial agent. Like for example, these guys who did over $401 million, they literally had a customer service, an AI agent doing a customer service, an AI agent doing this, and other AI agent doing that. So that's like stage 5, where it's just doing this stuff, and then the AI is hiring, it's creating other AIs, and even the AI could hire people, right? But this is the world that we live in, guys.